Hello everyone, welcome back to SolitaryMini. This is episode 14. I think last time I incorrectly stated at the beginning of the episode that it was episode 12 when it was actually episode 13, but hey, I fixed it this time. I got it right. I can count. Yeah. If there's anything I've learned from this Let's Play, it's that I cannot count. So, yeah, today, well actually let's look back at the last episode. The last time we upgraded the version of SolitaryCraft, we had to fix some stuff with RotaryCraft. Pretty much was planning on moving everything into here. Kind of did some of the stuff off camera. You can see I've moved my thermal expansion machines in here and my applied Energistics stuff in here temporarily. This is kind of what my setup's going to look like. I don't know if I'll change it. If I do, it's pretty easy to just move these guys. Not too much trouble. And then I haven't done too much downstairs either. I'm still using what's basically a grass bridge to get down. Yeah, awesome staircase, right? And then over here, this is my power system along with my ME controller. What I imagine I'm going to do is this way will be this, so that direction and then that direction, sort of in line with this, will be auto processing and auto storage, different things like that, where I'm going to have, I don't know how to describe it. Basically, if you remember my old world, I had a bunch of different machines, and the ME system would automatically process certain materials or automatically craft certain things based on what I had configured down here. And along with that, I'm going to have probably back here, I probably should put a torch back here, I'm going to have the assembling chamber, so I can assemble stuff, because that's nice to have, assembling things. And so I can automatically craft stuff, so that'll be nice. So automatic processing, automatic crafting, that will be coming soon. But those things actually take quite a bit of materials, and I'd like to figure out how to get them. Last time we talked about OpenBlocks a little bit, and I also mentioned at the end of the episode the Ender Quarry. This thing is so cool. If we look it up, and we can see how to make it. This is, of course, Extra Utilites, and like the endothermic pump, which I have in the Nether, this is basically a take on a buildcraft item that's somewhat the same concept, but it's improved upon. It's optimized to not cause you as much lag, hopefully none at all if you're lucky, and yeah, so it actually does require the endothermic pump in the recipe. So the endothermic pump copies the function to an extent of the buildcraft pump. So basically it's a lag-free pump because it replaces the blocks with stone, so you don't have a bunch of updating lava in your nether. And this guy is basically a quarry that doesn't leave giant gaping holes in the environment, and it does that by doing what a normal quarry does, which is digging down, but it doesn't just get rid of the blocks, and instead replaces blocks like stone and whatever with dirt. So that's pretty interesting. You don't have giant holes in your world, you just have dirt. And it actually will leave the cave systems untouched. So yeah, it'll extract the precious bounty of the earth while leaving its structure untouched. So you have the same structure, it's just made out of dirt. And this is really, really nice. If you've ever been on a server where lots of people are using quarries, there are gigantic holes everywhere. What the Ender Quarry does is it basically stops that from happening. It's also a little bit better for optimization in its chunk loading. It only chunk loads the spots that it's digging. It has no max size because it can chunk load individual areas. And it's going to be nap time soon. Oh no, I have my bed in here. I was just thinking I need to run back. And the way you set it up is with fence posts. And so we're going to set this up here pretty quickly. I just need to make sure I've got everything I need. For this build, we're going to need, of course, the Ender Quarry, the Tesseract, a pneumatic servo. We're going to need a chest, too. Almost forgot that. In fact, we can just nab this chest over here. So let's grab that. There we go. It was just had another thought. In order to import the items, I'm gonna have to move my import area, so maybe I will change how I'm going to do this. Let's go downstairs. Boop. And put... Yeah, this is how I'm going to want to extract the items. So let's do this. Here, here, and then the double chest. So 1 and 2. Okay. And then we'll flip this that way. That way. And then we need to set this up. So this tesseract, I want it to... Yeah, okay, that's fine. It needs to be receiving everything. This is going to be my reception tesseract. This is what's going to receive everything. It won't send anything, but it will receive all of the stuff that I send to it. And in this case, it's going to get items, energy, and fluids when we get that set up. So that'll be a little bit before we get that, but for now, that being set up the way it is perfectly fine. And instead, we need to go find somewhere to place this quarry, because that is the next thing we're gonna do. I don't want to mine. I don't want to dig up any of the underground that is somewhat useful. So I'm gonna go over here. Let's go down here. Jump, jump, jump. And the other thing we'll need to check out is to make sure that I'm not using power anywhere else, because that could be a problem. Okay. Oh, there's some stuff over there I didn't realize. There's a mine shaft down there too. I don't think I've looked over there before. Will it show up on my map? No, it won't. It's too far. I wonder what biome that is. Should we go investigate real quick? Kind of curious. Oh. Oh, I know what this is. I couldn't tell you what it's called, but I do know what this is. This is this a volcano? Ash stone? It is indeed a volcano. There's a volcano biome over here. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. In fact, let me see. Can we use this for anything? I don't know if you can... Oh, that's not what I want. No, there's no recipes with it. So you can use the ash stone, but it doesn't... it's not going to help you with anything. There are a lot of lava pools down there. I do remember that. That's part of the reason why I don't like trying to live here, because there's lava pools everywhere. There's also chunk errors everywhere. But yeah, let's head back. This will give us a good chance actually to look under the world. It doesn't look like there's anything important down there. So I'm going to go and place this. Of course, now I'm on top of it. I want to place this over by spawn here. My spawn in the world is somewhere in this area. I'm not sure exactly where. And yeah, I'm thinking right here, I guess. But we gotta fill out the range. We'll do a small one just to experiment with it. So this is not very big at all. Let's put this then over on the side. And light up just a little bit, because I'm probably going to check back here at night, and I don't want there to be 100 creepers running around. And then once you've defined the range with the fence posts, and it needs to be fences, I think you can use nether brick fences. It says in the tooltip for this thing. If you hit use, it'll tell you its area. Yeah, nether brick. So I guess you put this right here. I guess. We'll find out. And then we want to put a chest here. This will be the buffer. It sends all the items on top. So hopefully we get our items. And we'll put this here. We want to turn it to the water power. We want it to receive only energy. and then it won't do anything with fluids, and it will send only items. So it's sending the items, receiving the energy. The energy is going to go to this guy. Oh. Analyzing fence boundary. Successfully establish boundary. Okay, so I think it's digging. Better see how much stuff is in here. Wow, okay. This is filling up quickly. Let's go ahead and hook this up then. This will import all the items, and it'll go back to our base. We want to flip this way and then apply a... Wow, I already got a diamond. So it must be going straight down to bedrock from here. So we put this here, turn it to always on, and it should start sending items. Pretty sneaky. Cool. I don't know exactly how much it's using per tick, but we can check pretty easily, or should be able to check pretty easily. We'll see. As we head back to the base, I really need a jetpack. Oh, I need a jetpack so bad. But I haven't set up a farm for it yet. With that, turning the stone into dirt, that's actually a really good way to get dirt so we can make the ethanol. So that's definitely in our future, making ethanol crystals so we can make a jetpack. That'd be pretty fun. Okay, we need to go down here. Boop. And you can see it's receiving the items. How quaint. Unfortunately, it doesn't have Silk Touch, so we don't get the Silk Touch diamonds, so we can't multiply it a million times. Okay, so that's working fine. I'm gonna let that run. No reason to mess with that. And I wanted to see... This is just barely using up the energy here, so very efficient on energy, and it's digging up a lot. The other thing I wanted to go check, because I don't know the status on it right now, is my bedrock breaker downstairs. I wanted to go check it because I don't know if that's running right now. If it is running, then it's sucking up power. And it is running, in fact, actually. So I'm guessing if I get rid of this, go ahead and move all of... What'd you get over there? Grab all of these things. We'll reposition this another time, I think. In fact, I might as well just leave this stuff down here. I don't know why I would want to go upstairs with it, because then I'd probably come down here and forget about it again. So just put all these guys right down here. And then we'll jump out. Now that that's disabled, yeah, I should be producing way more power than I'm actually using. So that's a really, really good thing. It not only tells me that I can run the one Ender Quarry, but that I can run multiple Ender Quarries. As long as I don't get too many items. And this is where item storage is going to become a big factor. The applied Energistics setup, it's really good for storing stuff you use a lot. It's not necessarily good for storing things in bulk. So I don't know how that's going to turn out. Let's go downstairs. Yep. Because you can see I'm getting a lot more cobblestone than I can use. We can fix that. And I probably should have done this already. By making a... What are they called? Deep storage units? I use these in my last world. I use these a lot, actually. They're really, really nice. Let's go upstairs. Rip. Okay, so let's get some rubber. No. Didn't I put some in here? Oh, no, I've got it on me. The raw rubber. Rubber. Got some diamonds. Excuse me. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so we're going to need 4 more. So the deep storage unit is an MFR block, and what it is a storage item. It's basically like a chest for a single item, and it stores 2 billion of that item. So this is what you want to dump your anything you have like over, I would say maybe over 1,000 of. You can pretty much just put it in a deep storage unit. It's really cheap to make. I think so anyways, if you can get some ender pearls. I don't think it's that expensive personally. I don't need this. I need plastic, so dump all this back in here again. If you run the rubber from the rubber trees or from, if you have industrial craft, if you run that rubber through a furnace, you will get raw plastic. So that's going to help us make some stuff. And then I want ender pearls, which thankfully I have quite a few of. And then we just need to make this, which takes stone, of which I have none for whatever reason. I've had stone stuck in my inventory a lot lately, and then, of course, when I actually need it, it's not here. So we'll grab some stone real quick. And the other cool thing about these deep storage units is that they don't... oh, got ahead of myself again. Is that they don't require... or not that they don't require any energy, which they don't, but that they can be moved around and they'll keep their inventory. So if you break them, they don't spill out 2 billion items all over the floor. Sweet. And then the other cool thing is you get 4 of them. It is night. It is time to sleep. Before any mobs spawn. You can see them all popping up on my radar here. So I turn my map back on. Which is definitely not cool. They should not be spawning. Because they are very close to my good stuff. A little too close for me. And that was too close for me, too. Where is this mob? Oh, there he is. Let's see if I can get him. And I'm back. So, between the last segment I just shot there and this one that I'm starting now, it was actually a full 24 hours, basically between the release of Titanfall. So I've been playing that lately. That kind of got in the way of my recording. Some other stuff came up last night while I was recording, so I had to stop, and then I didn't start again until now. But I ended up setting up the deep storage units that I got, in this kind of convoluted situation that I have here. I could probably make this a lot better if I just grabbed a pneumatic servo. So quickly make one of those. I only get 30 FPS while I'm in... Actually, we'll make a bunch, because it's always nice to have a bunch. Only 30 FPS while I'm in there, so that's kind of weird. And now I'm back up to 60. Okay, anyways. So we want to turn this guy always on, as usual. And what this is basically going to do is it's going to take all of the cobblestone that gets put in this chest. This is coming from the Ender Quarry. And then it's going to just put it right in the deep storage unit. And we can see we've got quite a bit in here already, so a fair haul with the iron ore, really with any of this ore. If you imagine that generally we can multiply it by 5 by passing it through the RotaryCraft extractor, that's quite a bit of ore already. So that's already a stack. So this is a half stack. So we're talking about 2.5 stacks of iron ore already. So pretty nice, pretty nice. And these ones I'll probably use for different things, probably like dirt and gravel, maybe. Don't really have a whole lot of gravel. Kind of surprised. I've been doing some experiments as well with it. I tried it out in a couple of different places. So we go over there and look at it again. And I'm kind of reconsidering things. I don't know if I'm going to use this as my main mining tool. I may continue to use the boring machine. So this is pretty interesting here. If I horse right click on it, oh, it's finished. Okay, so it is done already. If you mine up here, it doesn't turn this stuff into dirt. So nothing down here is dirt until you get down to the sand below. I can just barely make out where the dirt rectangle is. I think. I'm not even sure if it... Oh, I guess it did. Yeah, so it doesn't mess with the ice. It doesn't mess with the water, so it's kind of nice to put it out here and do the mining. Again, doesn't leave gigantic holes or a bunch of water updating, so it's very, very lag free. And then just to move it, this is all you do. So very easy, very straightforward. But not getting a ton of stuff out of it, and it's something that I keep having to move, and this is really a pain. The fact that I have to use these fence posts. I may want to get the nether brick ones because I can mine them a little bit faster, I think. I think they break faster with a pickaxe. It's kind of a pain to do that every time. The advantage to the boring machine, I guess it has advantages and disadvantages. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, that's a spider jockey. Ow. Sure. It's got advantages and disadvantages. One of the advantages is clearly that I can set it and forget it. It's something that will run indefinitely. Oh, I don't have my bed in here anymore. I gotta remember that. It's not going to suddenly stop. It will continue to go forever, even into unloaded chunks. So I can set it up, give it power, and then never mess with it again if I don't want to. I can't do that with a quarry. I will eventually have to move it. So there's that to consider. The advantage to the quarry is that it mines out a vertical chunk, and that has different ore distribution than a horizontal chunk. When I'm using the boring machine at certain Y levels, I can't get copper. So in some ways it is better to use the quarry, in some ways it's better to use the boring machine, but if I were to set a boring machine at the right level for copper, I don't think I'd have a problem. So yeah, it's just I'm not sure. It's a really tough question to answer. You know, it's not. They both have their advantages and disadvantages, so maybe I'll use both. I don't see anything wrong with that. I certainly have, or I will, once I get everything set up here, I'll have the power to do it. I mean, this is producing still quite a bit. If I look at my power output here, I'm maxed out again. So yeah, you could do both if you really wanted to. This still needs to be set up. Lots of work to do here. So the next task, and I don't know how I'm going to do this, I'm going to have to figure something out, is to try to get the extractor to be automated in some way. I don't know how to really accomplish that because it doesn't really play nicely with other mods. But if I can get this thing to work automatically and I don't have to mess around with it manually, that would be the best. I've already set up a way to power it indefinitely, although I think I'd still have to manually change the magnostatic engine on or off. But we can run some experiments with this, I think. You know, first of all, can definitely import into it. And then it should run if I give it power. Oh, right, okay. Unfortunately, I have to listen to that horrifying noise. So anything I put in here will definitely get imported into it. The question is, how do I get them out again? And that is where I kind of run out of options, because I don't think you can just import out the other side. Do I have another chest? Please don't bust open like a piñata. Thank you. Sweet. So we could do something like this. So if I did here, nope, we don't want that. Here, we would switch this. Where's my wrench? I always take things off my hotbar that I need. Always, always. There we go, and then put this on here, and then turn that always to always on. Oh, is that finished product? It is finished product. Excellent. Cool, okay, so that is automated. The question is then, can I get the magnostatic engine to shut off automatically? And I think there's one item we can use for that, and I can't believe I'm making one of these. Which would be a comparator. from vanilla Minecraft, believe it or not. We need stone, which we have, and some, is it 2 or 3? It's 3. Of course, there are 3 diodes on it. It needs 3. 2, 3. Oh, I'm making too many. 1, 2, 3. The nether quartz. I screwed that up. There it is. Yeah, like that, like that, like that. Okay. Jeez. There we go. I can make things. I can make vanilla items. And we want to put this, I believe you can do just like this, and then if you point it away, right, it's going to be pointed, I think it's going to be pointed away. This doesn't seem to be working. It doesn't seem to be detecting the inventory. Because that is how you use it, right? If you have... Let me make sure I know how vanilla items work. If you have chest here, yeah, those will... Okay, these will turn on if there's stuff in here. And it will give a redstone signal, right? Yes. So it's telling me that I can't detect what's in this mod item. Or the comparator can't detect what's in here. It doesn't know if it's empty or full. So I can't tell whether or not... I can't tell whether or not there's things in the extractor currently. So I can't tell when to keep this on and when to turn it off. I can automatically import into it and do all that stuff, but I'll never know when I need to stop it. What I could do is I could set it so that if there's things in this chest still, just keep running it. But as soon as there's nothing in that chest, then stop. And then if it fills up again, run the whole process again until these items get ported over into here. It will create some backlog, but it'll keep me from running this indefinitely, unless I just don't care about energy, in which case I can just run that all the time, or until I decide I want to turn it off. Let's see what my power is at. I am losing power, so this is not enough to power the whole process. Oop, forgot. I was gonna do something with that, and I decided not to. So let me pump that fluid back through. Okay, cool. Yes, so... Oh, you may have noticed that I did change out the CVT unit down here. I'm just using the bedrock gearbox, because I don't need the CVT unit anymore, now that I have bedrock stuff, which is a lot better. Let me grab that. And yeah, otherwise, I don't know, maybe I'll have to experiment with this a little bit more. Maybe there's something in here. I don't have a lot of mods on, so I don't have a whole lot of options, but maybe there's something in something that I can use this with. We'll see. I'll maybe toy around with it, look around online for an option to automate this process. Otherwise, could kind of be a pain. But yeah, that's about it for me today. I'm going to go play some Titanfall. So, thank you for watching, and until next time then.